Welcome everyone to Dynamite After Dark. No chit chat needed.
Woo! Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your November 15th, 2023 edition of Dynamite After Dark, baby. You guys know who I am. You usually see me every Saturday, sometimes twice, usually twice. I am the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs.
And I am, of course, the founder of effing wrestling. I'm the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada Dry. Damn it.
Ooh, baby. All right. And we got a couple cohorts. we got a couple of cohorts here with us. You guys know how we usually do this on Wednesday night. Right below me, and I said below me for anybody out there who can't hear it properly, we have got better than your boyfriend, Lord Ryan Rich. Introduce yourself, sir, and say hello to everybody.
Hello, one and all. It is better than your boyfriend, Lord Ryan Rich, and it's a pleasure to be here with you gentlemen this evening.
And you guys know the frickin' Iron Man. The Iron Man of all effing wrestling. I mean, this guy's everywhere. He's in catering, making the steaks. He's cleaning the toilets. He's fluffing the pillows for the night staff. This guy's everywhere. He does it all. He's a Marine. He's a badass. A true, genuine American. A hero. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, guys. It's the effing Golden Graham. I truly am the Iron Man because I am absolutely sick as a dog right now.
Oh, my God.
I got a cold, too. You got a cold?
I have a head cold. Like, everything is just congested and, like, pounding, like, right here.
Oh.
I've been taking, like, NyQuil, DayQuil.
Oh, you're way off the worse than me. I'm just down on these things.
What would really be funny, Canada Dry, is if you, like, lowered the bag and all of a sudden you went into Golden Graham's frame and he just reached up and grabbed it.
Yeah, just like, you want one? Here, have one. There you go. Take it. There you go. You got to close your fist.
you got to sell the fist a little better, though, Golden Graham.
Yeah, let's try it again. There you go. Take it. Shut your fist now.
There you go. Now you sold it. Guys, I promise you out there in YouTube land, none of us have had any beverages to consume this evening, right?
Nope.
We're all in a natural state of goofiness.
It is a Wednesday night. Like, I don't drink on Wednesday nights.
We're Bible study week. We're bearing in on the weekend, and that's all we need.
Now, I wanted to get into something that happened the other day. So Effie made a. If you guys don't know who Effie is, he's an independent wrestler for Game Changer Wrestling. And he made this just this outlandish, very, very rude and obnoxious comment. Do you have it available?
I do have it available, Canada Dry, and I will read it
didn't
here.
set it up or anything.
I will read this here for the effing wrestling community. This is what Effie said, and I quote, and I believe he said this on his podcast. He said, "You know what I told Billy Corgan? I said, go f yourself. They asked me to come work NWA. They begged. They had multiple people call me. to come work NWA. You know what I said? I'm not helping you. They said Tyrus isn't here anymore. You know what I said? You leaned into what Tyrus was doing, which was hate speech and Fox News bullshit for such a long period that it fucked you. And now you want Effie to come in and fix things and go on a PR job. No, I'm not helping you. I don't need you, and I'm not helping your company look competent. Then what happens? You blow your TV deal with the CW because, oh, the GCW guys are all smoking crack? Is that the rumor going around? No, the NWA guys are doing fake cocaine live on the air and getting pulled off of Fight TV and losing their TV deals. Oh my God. You want Effie to come in? All right. Well, guess what? It's as easy as giving me $50 million, you stupid, dumbass piece of shit. Go be a rat in a cage, dumbass Billy Corgan, you fucking loser, Effie said.
I like how he took a line from his Smashing Pumpkins song.
Yeah. I got to make it
Okay, so
relevant.
first of all, they're still on Fight TV. You can still order NWA. So that I don't know what he's even talking about there. The other one is like it's a claim by some random guy, House of Wrestling, who's saying that they blew their CW deal. Like Billy Corgan has come out and said it's not even on the CW. We didn't say it was CW. So the other thing really just kind of irks me is you are trying to make the NWA and the wrestlers in it suffer. There's an unwritten rule that you don't try to take food out of the mouths of other wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I think that's why this really pisses me off. I don't care if he's talking about AEW or he's talking about Impact. You don't shit on other promotions because people work there.
Right.
And they're depending on this.
I mean, surely he probably has some friends there, I would assume. Because, I mean, it's fellow independents like him. But, this was just kind of a weird, unhinged rant, which I don't know if it's warranted. I get it. I'm not a Fox News guy. I'm not. But, I don't know what Tyrus has said that's got him so upset.
I don't think Tyrus has said anything. He's just a Republican.
Yeah, I mean, he's a conservative Republican. That's what he is. This has been a known thing for a long time. Tyrus is obviously
maybe Tyrus has some Christian beliefs or conservative beliefs that don't go along with Effie's lifestyle, and that's fine. Because I've never heard him rant about it, especially on a wrestling show.
I've never heard it either. I mean, I know he's been on Fox News a lot. I've never really paid attention to what he said. To be honest with you, I never was too interested. But
and even the dirt sheets don't pick that up.
Right. And I mean,
hey, look, he's on the show with the belt. That's about it.
And the fact that this guy's like pretending he's on the same level. I mean, yeah, he might be technically a better wrestler than Tyrus, but people know who Tyrus is. People know Brodus Clay. I remember watching him. Effie's just this guy who he works in GCW, and I mean, he's okay, but like, the guy like has this aura about him, like he just thinks he's great or something, like he's just some can't miss prospect, and I really just don't see that in him. I think Tyrus is a bigger star, to be honest with you, and I thought he came across very arrogant here.
Oh, for sure. Like you're bigger and better than the NWA. Like, okay, I'm like, I don't know. Your guys' thoughts? You guys want to chime in?
I don't really have thoughts about this. It is what it is.
It just seems like a real D-bag thing to do, I guess. Outside of that, no.
Yeah.
You guys summed it up pretty well, I think.
All right. Well, Canada, do you have anything else to say about Effie before we move on to the crux of the matter of this evening?
You got the censor ready?
Yes.
Fuck you, Effie.
Failed on that.
Well, it kind of like got the CK, I think.
Yeah.
Like it started the C, and then like I hit the button right as he said it, but it just had a little bit of a delayed response.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do when it's you're not.
Okay. I need to say something though, real quick. Can
Yeah.
you bring up Noob's bottom comment? Did you have the same energy with Goldust in the 90s? Because he was way over the top when it came to this.
Yeah, that's what I was having this conversation with Jeremy the other day, and I was like, well, because he made that same point, but I'm like, well, Goldust had that with Savio Vega.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like for anybody that doesn't know,
I remember Goldust kissing Ahmed Johnson on the lips.
I remember Piper kissing Goldust on the lips. And the Hollywood backlot brawl.
Dry humping anything that was around.
And then stripping him down to his thong. Yeah. That was
missed the timing on that one.
Yeah, well, that's the fault of my my M game mixer here. I hit the button right as he started saying it, and yeah.
You probably just need to beep beep beep, just like pound it.
There we go. It sounds like sounds like a censored Jim Cornette podcast.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember the debate between Bobby the Brain Heenan and Ken Patera?
No, I don't recall that.
Yes, they had a debate, and the whole time Bobby Heenan was talking, it was like beep 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 beep. beep.
Oh God, I miss Bobby the Brain Heenan. I wish wrestling had Bobby the Brain Heenan today.
Somebody like the anybody,
right?
I love Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yes, Bobby the Brain Heenan, phenomenal. All right, gentlemen.
Why don't we just start off by saying? This rant has been brought to you. Or where's the videos?
Yeah.
This rant has been brought to you by Fight the World Wrestling. Now, they have speaking of NWA, they have a cross promotion match with NWA and FTW. I believe it's this Friday or Saturday. They're in Riverview, Florida. I can say enough about Fight the World Wrestling, but instead of telling you about it, I'll just show you.
Determination, perseverance. These are the qualities that make a champion. Do you have what it takes to be the next wrestling superstar? Are you ready to turn your dreams into a reality? At Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy, we can help you become the champion you were meant to be. Our world travel trainers, Brian Idle and Natalia Markova, are well-known industry professionals with years of experience in the world of wrestling. From the basics to advanced techniques, they are dedicated to help give you the tools that you need to succeed in the ring. Our training program is tailored to challenge you, push you to your limits, and help you discover your full potential. Come join our diverse group of talent. Join us at Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy and make your dream a reality. Visit our website or contact us to learn more and start your journey to the top today.
And like I said, it's $250 a month. And Noob got me on this one. It's this Friday. So.
All right.
All right, gentlemen. This Friday.
It is time for us to move on to the crux of the matter. What we are actually here to ascertain is how wonderful or not wonderful this edition of AEW Dynamite was. So let's go ahead and get into it, gentlemen. Match number 1, Moxley and Yuta versus Orange Cassidy and Hook. Here's my notes for this match. Moxley coming out of the crowd as usual in Yuta and gets attacked in the crowd by Orange Cassidy. I thought that was kind of cool. Because if this is a grudge match and they're like really, got some heat between each other, that's what you do. You jump the guy in the crowd when he's coming in. I thought this was a pretty good match. I mean, it was pretty hard hitting back and forth. I was surprised that Moxley no-sold the Orange Punch. Like that was kind of strange. I mean, that's usually a babyface thing, but a heel did it. That was a little strange. But BCC wins. Canada F and Dry, what do you think of the opening match?
Yeah, I was shocked too that he's no selling the the Orange Punch.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but overall, it was a great match. Hook looked pretty good. They protected him enough that he looked good.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because, like, the way that they had him pinned, they made sure that it was like a very technical pin that would be harder to kick out of than a regular pin, with Taz thoroughly explaining why that was more difficult to get out of. So
That's
it kind of
funny.
protected him a little bit there, in my opinion. So I see what you're
You
saying.
see, if my son had like a lazier pin, he would have got out of it.
I tell you, he had his arm pinned that he couldn't get off because that's a hard pin to get out of.
What the heck? I don't know whose is worse, mine or yours.
Golden Graham, what'd you think of the opener, pal?
I enjoyed this match, but Hook is still way out of his league. He looked good, but he just like there was a point where he's literally just like walking around the ring, like playing to the crowd, and he just looked so out of place. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you haven't won the match yet. You just, I don't know, but yeah, I was very shocked to see a no-sell of the Orange Punch. I'm curious as to how that's going to play into Saturday night.
Do you have any thoughts at all on his pumpkin trunks?
No. Pumpkin season's over. We're on to the turkeys. Let's go.
We're
Come on.
past Halloween at this point, but he's wearing jack-o'-lantern trunks.
I guess he didn't have another pair already. I don't know.
Better than your boyfriend. What'd you think of the opener?
I thought that this was a really good and fun match to open up with. I thought it showcased everyone pretty well. I'm enjoying. I enjoyed seeing Yuta and Hook in the ring together and the dynamic of them together. I think Yuta can't do anything but make Hook better for his long term. So I think that's pretty interesting. As far as the no sell of the Orange Punch, it makes perfect sense. John Moxley is Orange Cassidy's personal boogeyman right now. He and you saw his face at the end of that match when Moxley talked to him. He looks absolutely defeated. Like they said, his confidence is gone. So I think that's the storyline playing into Saturday night is, does the champ have the confidence and what it takes in order to beat his own personal monster? So I think that was a real fun way to do it.
I have someone on in the backstage area. I'm hearing it might be the devil. Let's see who it is. Oh, it's not the devil.
PCB.
What's up, everybody?
PCB.
What's up, homie?
Not so much.
What'd you think of the opening match, my man?
Oh, this is good. Those for dear. Moxley, it's time for him to get the belt. And I agree with Joe 100%. And Hook is not ready for this match at all. Just walking around like Dallas, what he doing.
Oh, he's walking around like Dallas?
Yes.
Are you sure Dallas wasn't watching him walk around?
Yeah.
It seems to be more.
He is.
Your Dallas says about when Hook leaves. He says, I hate to watch him go, but I love to watch him leave.
Yes, TMI.
PCB, I appreciate the analysis of the opening match there. Did you have anything else you wanted to discuss about the show in general with us?
Also, so that's Team Ryan. Enjoy your night. I'm free next Wednesday night. I'll be home I'm off from my program for the holiday weekend this week.
So are you saying you want to come back and make another comment? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, may I?
Sure, you can come on back and call back in.
You're always welcome here. As long as I'm on the show, you're always welcome, PCB. I promise.
What are you acting like you're special? Like you're the link since he gets on. He's welcome. He's welcome.
Thanks, Caleb.
That's Team Ryan.
All right, get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here, boy. All right. We got good old Skiavone in the ring afterwards. He introduces Swerve and Hangman with the condition that if either one of them lay hands on each other, the match is called off and they are both suspended until the end of the year. Security is around ringside. Both guys coming out. It's good to see Hangman actually dressing like a man again. I know I mentioned that last week. No Hello Kitty gear or anything like that. No man bun. Looking good. Looking good. Cowboy shit's coming back. I like it.
You know what? I don't think he ever dressed like this in his whole time in AEW.
He looked a little better early on, but yeah, this is definitely the best look aesthetically for Hangman Page for sure. Here's my notes on this little segment. Page was damn good on the mic tonight. Like it's like Hangman Page disappeared and like an actual good Hangman Page came in. Like I don't know what happened here, but I'm liking it.
It's what happens is when he talks about real life stuff is when he's good.
Yeah, I mean, and this promo was fantastic. They said that Prince Nana was buying weed from a teenager, and he's going to beat him up and take his weed.
Bro, that was the absolute most magical moment I've ever experienced watching Dynamite. And then the crowd starts going, "Steal his weed, steal his weed."
Hey, it's California, guys.
I mean, it's California. That's what they do is they steal stuff out there. So,
Well, technically, isn't it legal out there in California?
Yeah, weed's legal in California.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, why you need to buy it off some teenager.
Because people still like the thrill of it.
Yeah. But anyways, I thought this was a great segment. Paige, of course, used the loophole of, they said I can't put hands on you, but they didn't say shit about Nana, and then jumps on him and, beats him down. I love this segment. I thought this was great. I thought this was an excellent build for this match. Golden Graham, what did you think of this promo?
I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's serious Hangman is a good Hangman. It's not when he's being silly that it doesn't hit, but this does. I think my favorite thing that made me laugh is when Hangman went and started punching on Nana. You just see Swerve just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. And he just sort of looked. Sorry. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. Like, this show didn't do much for drumming up my excitement for this Saturday, but this segment did.
I would agree with that. Better than your boyfriend. What'd you think?
I steal his weed. Like that's awesome. That's just so good. But outside of that, like Nana coming down doing the dance and Swerve look at him, and he did a real huge eye roll this time, which I found real fun. And that's, I am excited to watch this on Saturday. And this did build it up. I thought this was really well done.
Canada Dry, wax poetic on this promo.
I can wax poetic for you. So what is interesting about this whole segment and the whole lead up to this match is it seems like, except for the beginning, it seems like Hangman has had the upper hand the whole time. So I'm wondering, like he got thrown through a table last week. I'm wondering, like, is Swerve gonna get the W? Because like usually what they do is they go the other way before the win. Usually, not always.
Yeah.
They pump the loser up.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's gonna win, and then they go the other way.
I would like to see Swerve be the one to go over, but I don't know. It depends on what they want to do with Paige, I guess. I don't know.
Can you really have
I'd like to see Paige lose the match by someone else causing him the match, and then Swerve.
That way you kind of protect them, but still have
and
them lose.
that way Cowboy. Yeah. That way Cowboy goes on to fight someone else.
Right.
But that won't happen. If someone interferes, he's not going. We're going to get another Hangman Page and Swerve match.
Not if it's bad enough that this guy like takes it personal.
I guess it would depend on who's interfering.
Yeah.
Like if it's not somebody in Swerve's circle, then it might draw him away from the Swerve feud. Then I don't know.
Like who?
I don't know.
There is no one. There's no like.
Well, you gotta go a next direction for Hangman.
Well, I was gonna bring this up later, but what is the Elite even doing?
I don't think there is an Elite. There is no Elite at the moment.
Well, I mean, they were just 6-man ROH Tag Team Champions like 3 weeks ago, so I don't think that you can discount it that quickly.
Well, they're not yet. It depends on the Jericho match.
If the Bucks are going to turn heel again, then maybe they screw over Hangman and they screw over Kenny.
Well, we can get into the Bucks more here in a bit because I've got we got to talk about the rumor about the Bucks, but I'll bring that up during their match.
Okay.
Moving on here, we got the Kingdom backstage. Calls Adam to tell him that MJF is the devil. This is corny ass shtick. Does anybody have any comments on this before we move on?
Nope.
All right, I didn't think so.
They need to start dropping some hints to get us talking about who the devil is.
Right.
Something to it. I'm not saying tell us who it is, but a little like Easter egg.
I think they are because the Wardlow mentions the devil every single time.
Well, that's just because he's calling MJF the devil. He's not saying who the devil is.
Right.
And all the reports are the people under the mask are who will be revealed as.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're actually been there at AEW doing it.
So I'm just going to say this. We have yet to see the devil full body. So
here's what we're going to do. At the very end of this program, we're going to go around and see what is everybody's final pick about who the devil is. Don't answer it now. We'll come back to it. Match number 2. We got Sky Blue versus Red Velvet. Guys, we got the blue versus red here. This is like
red versus blue.
The
I used to watch this
classic.
on YouTube.
This is the classic dichotomy: red versus blue.
Did you ever watch that Halo show, Red versus Blue?
I'm familiar with it, but I haven't actually watched it. I know what you're talking about, though. I mean, this match was it was decent. I mean, there was a couple of bad blown spots, and then they did the whole swimming underwater movement again, which I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. The women's division, they've kind of got to get things together. Like, this is just not very good in my opinion. Golden Graham, what do you think of this match?
I think Sky Blue, that move she did where like she had like that full Nelson and sort of like that should be her finisher, not the code blue. Not too many people can sell the code blue and make it look good.
Yeah, and Sky Blue doesn't do it well.
I mean, she can sometimes, but if the people aren't committing to actually selling it, it just looks like a hot mess. This match, I mean, it was fine for what it is. On your note to fixing this division, I think what they need to do is that. Oh, why am I drawing a blank to her name? The TBS champion right now. Statlander. She needs to drop it and put her into the main title picture. And just treat the TBS title as what it is for these lower card women that just gets more TV time. I really think that's what's going to happen. I think Julia Hart is going to end up winning this title on Saturday, which because Chris Statlander has more than paid her dues in this division. She deserves to be at the top of this division.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that they've kind of the TBS championship almost seems to have more prestige right now than the AEW Women's Championship. I mean, think about it. Jade Cargill always felt bigger than the champion, and Statlander feels bigger than the current champion. I don't know. It's odd booking. It's like they all just swap those two titles out. It would make more sense that way. But Ryan Rich, what'd you think of the match?
It was serviceable. There was kind of a lot of sloppiness within it, but I appreciate the fact that they're once again Red Velvet is on Dynamite. They're talking about her coming back. They're trying to pump her up a little bit, but I figured Sky would be the one to go over here since it's kind of been a weird type of triangle between the three of them, anyways. But you just wish that it would have been a better match if it's going to be the only ladies match on there.
Right. Can't F and dry.
I don't think it was as bad as you guys are portraying it. There was some sloppy stuff, but I've seen way worse.
Oh, I didn't say it was bad. I was just more taken aback at the finisher. That's all.
There was a really good sell by Red Velvet on that DDT on the apron.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked amazing. They both did a really good job. And, instead of like pointing out the negatives, you need a little bit of yeah, you got to point out some of the positives. So
Do you get hungry for red velvet cupcakes when you see her wrestle?
Like I said, I'm no Red Velvet fan. She's probably like the least on my list. But yeah.
I just got a quick question before we move on. What was up with Chris Statlander standing backstage, like talking to the belt like it's her precious? Like AEW, WWE, I need both these companies. Like, you have all these little tiny cameras. Put one behind the TV so these people look like normal human beings watching TV, please.
Yeah. We don't need the Bret Hart side view of looking at the monitor.
You know what'd be funny is one day they're doing that, and then Bret Hart comes along. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Watching.
Tony Khan's so like into like the whole like internet Easter egg thing. Like I could see him legitimately doing that at some point.
No, well, what needs to happen is Bret needs to come in and like fix their shoulders and fix their hands and make them look just like him.
Yeah, he's like, "Hold on, you're not doing it right."
That would be great.
No, you got it, kid.
Afterwards, we've got a Miro video package. Good God. I'm so sick of Miro video packages.
Why is Miro going after Danny Garcia and not Andrade?
Because he was dancing with the wife at the side, and the wife liked it.
Andrade literally said she's my manager now.
Nothing. I'm sorry, but Miro, they have fumbled the bag with Miro pretty much ever since he came to AEW, in my opinion. I just don't like anything he does here. I just don't. Like, he's a menacing guy. He's huge. He's got a good presence about him, but they use him like absolute shit. Just my opinion.
Let's be honest. He doesn't like God anymore.
Right.
Doesn't like his wife.
If you don't like God anymore, how can you call yourself the Redeemer?
What are you redeeming? Like,
you can't redeem somebody by beating the shit out of them. Like, no, redeeming is you are validating them and restoring them. So he's not the Redeemer.
I don't like this. At least we quit seeing the Keith Lee, Shane Taylor segments. I haven't seen one of those.
Well, we still have the go home show on Friday, so
these two are going to wrestle each other in 2027, gentlemen, and we're going to run video packages every week.
That's why they stopped it. Like, do we have room for this full year? Like, no. Okay, never mind. Let's do this later.
What's worse? Down the road.
What's worse, this or the Glacier is coming promo packages from WCW back in the day?
Oh, but see the Glacier promos though, they were like bad good.
Yeah,
no,
I'm talking about like in length, like how long we got these Glaciers coming next week.
Oh, and the other one that was really long was Val Venus when he first came on. They have vignettes for like 6 months, I swear, before he ever.
Or what about the guy? For WWE recently,
Veer Mahan is coming to Raw. Veer Mahan was like coming for like a year.
And it's quick, and as long as it took him to come, that's how fast he left.
that's typical of your average man, though.
Yeah, very true.
Well, he's in that tag team where Jinder Mahal's like their manager, and like they appear like once a month or something and beat some jobbers. Yeah. So, anyways, moving on here, we got Mariah May shows up, and I really want to meet Tony Storm. Can I meet Tony Storm? So she goes in, meets Tony Storm. We got the photochromatic screen going on. Luther standing there, looking weird, looking like a Gangrel without the fangs and the hair.
What he's doing now is better than what he was doing.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. I couldn't even tell you what he was doing before this.
He was in Spanish,
Spanish
announce it was him and Helico and Serpentico.
Oh my God.
Because they do the Spanish commentary.
Glad to see he's got a little bit of an upgrade here. But
being the side piece for Tony Storm, not a bad gig.
Not at all.
so Storm kind of shouts something at Mariah May, chases her off, and then says that contact the what did she call Tony Khan, the film producer or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
I think she said studio head.
Studio
that's
head,
what it was,
yeah, and she
Studio head
wants
on.
she wants a warm up match before her big match on Saturday. So that was all we saw of Tony Storm for the night. Match number 3, we had Samoa Joe versus I just wrote down some gray haired guy. Like I didn't catch his name. It's some guy that looked like he was about 50 years old that they plucked out of some indie, wrestled in front of 5 people.
Wait, was it Effie?
No, it wasn't Effie. But Samoa Joe versus some gray haired guy. Squish. Joe on the mic afterwards says MJF needs his friendship, but he's running out of time. Ryan Rich, what'd you think of the squish in the promo?
The best part of this match is when Joe does his famous walk away. The guy looks over at him like, what? Like,
It's called.
That actually
Look,
was funny.
it's
it's called the Samoa Nope, is what it's called.
Okay, I liken it to when Will Ferrell and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back jumps out of the tunnel and he jumps back and he's like, hey. That's exactly what it brought me back to. And that is Chef's Kiss, whoever that gray-haired, beautiful angel is, you keep on rocking, buddy.
I think they called him John Cruz. I think is what they called him.
All right.
Hell if
The
I
cousin
know.
of Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I tried to Google John Cruz to see if I heard the name right, and all I got was like some guy who was busted in a Ponzi scheme and like 100 articles about him. So
Wow.
it wasn't the wrestler. But Can't Have a Dry, what'd you think of the squish in the promo from Joe?
It served its purposes. It needed to be what it was. I don't think we need to go further into that.
Golden Graham, got any thoughts?
I missed this match because I have a brand new puppy that I was taking care of. I have a 16-week-old pure white German Shepherd puppy. So.
Oh yes, I saw you post pictures of that. What a gorgeous, majestic beast. I love German Shepherds.
Like it was really weird. Me and my wife, like we want to get our son suffers from like severe anxiety, like to the point where he thinks people are going to crawl through his window while he's sleeping. Yeah. So our goal is to train the puppy to be his, to like sleep with him, to alleviate his anxiety. We had no plans on getting this dog, but the lady was like, look, this puppy doesn't get along with our dog. Just come get him for free, or we're going to take him to the SPCA where he'll probably end up being put down.
Wow.
So we took him. I wasn't letting a dog go to the SPCA. So.
Hey, a free white German Shepherd. That's
good story.
That's a hell of a deal. Yeah, that's a hell of a deal.
Hey, look, it's Matt.
What's up, Matt?
What's going on, Matt?
Canada is cool.
Well, yes, the temperature of Canada is quite cool because it's the northern hemisphere and close to the North Pole.
It's just below the permafrost, and
Right. All right, match number 4. We got Penta and Commander versus the Young Bucks. Now, my notes on this is this was a fun match with all the usual kind of spots that we see from the Young Bucks. I hear Canada Dry blowing snot over there, but at least
he was nice enough to black it out. But not
I thought he was doing a whip it or something out of a whipped cream can. That's what it sounded like.
Anyways, I thought this was a fun match. This was a typical Young Bucks PWG style match. It is what it is, but I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Of course, the Bucks ended up with the win. Ryan Rich, I'll start with you. What do you think of this match?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I think I enjoyed Commander in this match more than I have any other match that he's done. I thought he was pretty solid as a replacement for Rey Fenix. But yeah, I mean, anytime you put Penta and the Young Bucks in the same ring, it's going to be pretty good because they're just so familiar with each other. They know what everyone can do, and so it looks pretty seamless. I don't think the match was like 5 stars or anything, but I certainly was entertained by it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Golden Graham, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was another great match. I mean, my only problem is like I know they said this when they first started, but there's just too much tag wrestling on Dynamite sometimes. Like when every match is basically a tag match minus the women's match, it gets old.
There are a lot of tag matches. Yeah.
But yeah,
go ahead.
I think the thing I found absolutely hilarious is like they're basically the Buckcher, the hometown boys. They're getting cheered. Was it Matt or Nick? One of them then kicks both the luchadors below the belt. They get booed, and then 30 seconds later, they're getting cheered again.
Well, as heels, if they're working as heels, they probably shouldn't have came out with the Bear Flag Republic on their pants, representing California.
Yeah, I mean that's what they always wear in California, though. So
yeah, Canada, what do you think?
I think it's okay to still be the face heel in California in your hometown. Like you can have them boo you for a second, still cheer you, and then you can move on from there. And the very next show, you can go full heel now. But yeah, it was a great match. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, absolutely, I did as well. And that leads into the next segment, which was a backstage altercation that the Bucks had with Kenny Omega. Chris Jericho comes on to the screen wearing full suit and tie, gets into a dust up with the Young Bucks, gets separated. Yeah, that's pretty much all this was. Anybody have any comment on that before we move on?
Jericho needs to get a better suit.
Well, his suit was supposed to look like the video game sort of character.
I don't know who that character is, but
no, but they were dressing like the Japanese businessmen sort of thing.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Every time I've ever seen Japanese men in suits, man, they are squared away. AJ squared away. Tight.
I don't know. Him and Big Show were trying to do the same thing together.
See, I thought they were trying to. I thought they were trying to go for like a Reservoir Dogs look.
It looked a little bit like Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but I don't know. I don't know anything about this game, and I'm a gamer. I'd never heard of it, but whatever. They always have these silly like no rules matches where they're always like advertising something. You know, I was just waiting for Leatherface to come out with a chainsaw again.
It's like, oh, sorry, wrong game. Sorry, wrong
game. All right, we got match number 5, Guns versus some jobber team. I did not get the name of these guys. Sorry.
It's Dean and whoever the other guy is, the Young Bucks stand-ins on BTE.
Okay,
I don't know.
That's who they were. It's Dean. What's his name? He's Dean Alexander. That's the guy in the white trunks. I can't remember the other guy's name.
Okay, thank you for that nugget of information there. This was a squish. I think I'm going to do that every time there's a squish match now.
Yeah.
Guns on the mic, cuts a promo on MJF. I mean, what can you say about this? Standard stuff.
Guns suck on the mic is what you can say.
What I can say is when Austin tried to like circle around and gather, like rile up the crowd, they were just giving him nothing. Like they were just quiet, and I was like, awkward.
So I got a funny story real quick. My wife had just walked in the door when this promo was airing, and they did their guns up thing. She's like, oh, I thought they were just going to say suck it.
Yeah. It always kind of makes you think, oh yeah, suck it's coming. Oh, guns up. What a bummer.
I'd like guns up more if it wasn't the Guns who were part of this group. So
Joe would like it better if they legitimately held guns up in the air and then said guns up.
Just shooting like
yeah, do the Yosemite Sam and fire at the ceiling.
The environment
anything is better than what we're getting from those two. So
I can't argue with that. Canada, do you have any thoughts on this?
The Gun Club will be in a Yosemite Sam match. Sponsored by Rubikins.
They're going to pull out a couple 6-shooters from their trunks and go, dance, varmint, dance.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten one of those like duck rabbit season things between Bugs and Daffy, you know, where they shoot each other and their bill spins and everything.
Well, I imagine they got a lot of money for this this match tonight. Like,
Mhm.
it's a big deal.
Yes.
I'm sure they did. Yeah. It's like I said, every like gimmick match now, every like street fight gimmick match is like sponsored by something. You know,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
As long as the
make the
wrestling
paper.
was good.
Yeah.
Don't give me the Mountain Dew lights out match crap.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
even
hey.
the Texas chainsaw match. That was awful.
It's like
See-
Texas Death Match, sponsored by Crumble Cookie.
I'm gonna crumble you like a cookie.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know like Sega was still like a legit company. Like I thought they had like been absorbed by
lots of
somebody.
games. They just don't make.
Yeah, they're just strictly a game developer now. Yeah, they obviously they got out of the console game market years ago, but yeah. Anyways, moving on. We are at match 6. The technically the main event of the evening, since this is the final match of the night, and it was our street fight, guys. It was our street fight. I put in my notes here, and we already kind of talked about this. Jericho is wearing suits for some reason.
Yeah, that totally
poor
reminded
Paul
me of their
White.
old days.
Poor Paul White, man. Like his jacket was like way too short for him. Like the sleeves were riding up like to his elbow. But man, the street fights can be kind of hit or miss, in my opinion. This was a hit. Like I love this. I thought it was a lot of fun. Like I love the spots. I love how Powerhouse Hobbs like devastated Paul White because I think that really put him over, slamming him on the car like that. I love the action of the ring with Omega. I love the action backstage at the concession stand with Takeshita and Jericho and Takeshita running and diving off the Snapple machine. That was kind of fun. This was just a fun match. It was like it wasn't a 5-star classic or anything, but it was just a damn fun match in my opinion. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Ibushi, this is the only nitpicky thing I had. Ibushi was tombstone through a table by Kyle Fletcher and still got up before Fletcher did. like that was like that was the only thing that I found that I had like a pretty big gripe about because that was just stupid. But otherwise, the match was
you'd
great.
have to really pay attention to see that because there's so much going on.
Yeah, I mean, and the ADHD audience probably didn't notice that little difference, but you know, the F1 expert notices little things like that.
Yeah.
But, Canada Dry, what do you think of the main event?
Oh man, I enjoyed this so much. Like I was hoping that it was Captain Insano coming out. I was hoping so much.
Yeah. I was hoping that too. Yeah.
That slam on the car from Hobbs to Paul White, that looked brutal. I was worried about Paul White's safety, but I think that was on purpose, and I think he was okay. Hopefully, if we find out later, the tape up bit with Hobbs, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Like payback's a bitch.
Yep.
I thought that was awesome. Cage looked really good in this.
He did.
I was really proud that Cage got to be part of this, and even though he took the pin, but I think he looked really good all match. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I do think the spot where Kota Ibushi was coming down on the bicycle like he was the paper boy.
Oh,
Yes. That's
That
what I
was
was going to
more-
talk about. That was classic.
Like
The
that was fun
clothes-
until he started tapping everybody as he was driving by. I'm
The
like, dude,
clothesline by Brian Cage
yeah.
off the bike looked brutal.
Cage looked incredible in this match, in my opinion. Like I love the way he looked in this match.
They made
Golden
Cage look
Graham,
really good.
go ahead and give us your thoughts.
I say it every time. I love Controlled Chaos. This was fun. It was nonstop action. There wasn't too much cutting back and forth work with camera work. Like, yeah, Cage looked like $1 million. I'm so glad it wasn't him that was tied up in the ring ropes like that. Because I was thinking like that could have easily been him, and they could have just undid everything they did to make him look like a beast.
Matt B says death match sponsored by Pepto Bismol. Would this work?
It would have to be like a death match where like one guy force fed the opponent hot tamales or something.
Yeah, you have to have the Pepto Bismol on a pole match to save yourself.
And real quick, before Lord Ryan Rich here goes, I don't know if you all saw it, but right after Dynamite ended, Tony Khan said that Kota Ibushi is officially All Elite. He signed with them. Now it's official.
Okay.
So we haven't. I guess we'll get into that just before the MJF segment about who do you think that is signed to AEW at Full Gear.
We can get into that at the very end. Yeah. So at the end, we'll go and kind of like ask a couple of questions going into Full Gear. So save that. We'll get back to it. Ryan Rich, what'd you think, brother?
It was a really fun match. I liked a lot of the spots they did. Like I said, Kota riding down on the bike, I thought was just funny. The tombstone off the apron through the tables, I thought was legit. When Cage did the inside out suplex through the tables on Omega, I thought that was really cool too. But yeah, it was. I think that they did a good job of not making it feel choppy. To Golden Graham's point, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun match.
I am just so glad that they don't do the Kevin Dunn WWE Hollywood shaky cam bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Or stuff like, oh God, I hate that. I hate this so bad.
Like, I hate when
Hopefully
the
someone
camera,
will fix that because they've been doing that before in the merger even.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
it's a Kevin Dunn thing.
Dunn's
As long as
doing
he's in charge of that, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, they've been
Thing
doing
would
the
be if
shaky cam
someone
for a long
would be
time.
like, why is this happening?
Like the thing I hate the most is like when the camera would bounce up and down with the stomps. I'm like, dude, you're not doing anything. Just show us what's going on.
I know. I hate that. Ugh.
I hate the freaking 5 camera angles within 5 seconds.
Oh, and the Zoom crashes and
Kevin Dunn overproduces WWE.
Yeah.
Like, very badly. But that's a conversation for a different show. But yeah, so I mean, this was a fun match. Moving on here, we've got the main event segment of the show. MJF coming out, cutting a passionate promo like MJF usually does right before a big match. Bullet Club Gold comes out, beats him down, and that's the end of the program. Canada Dry, what did you think of the final segment?
I think that could have gone anywhere. I don't think it needed to be at the end
I don't either.
because it's just like there's no special reveal. There was no devil involved. There's no one to come, So I think that could have been before even the Sega match. So
Yeah, there just wasn't much to it.
that's
why I didn't really.
same thing that we've been getting for the last couple of weeks. So
That's why I didn't really have any comments on it.
I mean,
like,
it's
Go
nice
Graham,
to
go
see
ahead.
the world champ, who is definitely your biggest draw in the main event, because it keeps people watching throughout the show to see when MJF actually is going to be on. Because it's proven if you look at the ratings, like they spike up when MJF. As soon as MJF goes off the TV, the stuff it levels out.
well, you know what I would have done? I would have had Jay White finally lay the title on him. Because I'm coming to get it. So
Yeah.
Here you go. You can have it back.
You can have it back for a couple of days till I take it from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would have came across nice. I would have liked that.
Yeah.
Better than
You
your
got him
boyfriend.
coming to the ring with the
Like-
belt that doesn't belong to him.
Like honestly, like at a minimum, I would have loved to have just at least seen Samoa Joe at the top of the ramp, just
I
standing
kinda
there
expected
looking
him to
on,
come out.
and you can
Yeah.
have MJF come too. See Samoa Joe's there and be like, "I told you, you need me." So
Yeah, I kind of expected something like that too. Better than your boyfriend. What'd you think?
It definitely didn't have to be the end of the show, and I don't think that I don't think we would have said that if it would have been more than 3 minutes long. I think that if it would have been like a 10-minute long segment altogether, I think we probably would have been singing a different tune about that. But it sets up everything. I don't think MJF's always gonna deliver a good promo, so you always know it's good. That kind of goes without saying. But outside of that, it's just kind of an unremarkable way to end your go home show.
Yeah. All right, but before we get to the ratings, I want to address these questions that we've had.
These
So we've got a
burning
couple of them.
questions.
People just want to know.
People want to know. Boxers or briefs, Canada?
Okay, if we're gonna do this, we got to do this all the way around. Just not me.
No.
I'm a boxer brief guy.
Boxer briefs are the acceptable answer, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. Do either of the gentlemen on the bottom side of the screen want to comment on their underwear?
Boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs as well.
Hey, it's unanimous.
Yeah, well, we're all four.
Unanimous.
We're for
We
four.
came to that consensus really fast.
The only
that's
time
good.
it's probably happened in the history of this channel.
Oh,
All right,
look at
gentlemen.
this. Noob is a boxer guy.
What's wrong?
Straight
all right,
boxers.
well,
Do you know Kramer said? He's like, they're flipping and flopping everywhere down there.
sometimes you got to free ball it, man. I don't know. Maybe he's got a hell of a set on him. Who knows? But yeah. All right. So the first question we have here that we kind of all need to answer: who is going to be the big signee that is supposedly coming to LA to sign a contract? Who do you guys think it is? Golden Graham, I'll start with you.
I don't have a clue. Like everyone, when I think of well-respected, most well-known, like I would think like someone like Will Ospreay, but he's under contract with New Japan until March.
Unless they made a deal with New Japan.
I mean, it's possible. I think it might be
because then New Japan's like, oh, we get to keep them for longer.
I think it might be Mercedes Moné is who they announced.
Ryan
Is
Rich.
she respected in all AEW.
Ryan Rich, who do you think it is?
It's possible it could be Mercedes, but it's something that I think it's the way that Tony said it would be someone that almost all AEW fans would know. I think it might be Sami Callihan.
Okay. Canada Dry, who do you think?
MJF.
Do you think it's he's re-signing?
I
could see that.
I think it's because he's saying AEW fans no one respect. So I think it could be MJF re-signing.
That would be massive for AEW if that happens.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go. I thought about this prior, and my answer is the same as Golden Graham. I think it's Mercedes Moné. Yeah. I think she's coming in, and I think she's going to be the new female star signing that's going to like counter Jade Cargill going to WWE. That's kind of what I think.
Yeah.
Next question we have, gentlemen. We are a couple days out from the event. So I want to see now. I want to gauge and see if anybody has changed their mind or they have any initial thoughts. Who is the devil, guys? Who is it? Canada Dry, who's the devil?
I still think it's Wardlow.
All right. Golden Graham, who's the devil?
Adam Cole.
Ryan Rich?
Britt Baker.
Britt Baker. All right. I also believe ultimately that it's going to end up being Adam Cole. I really do. I don't know what his injury situation is, but I still think it's going to be Adam Cole.
But like I said, we have yet to see a full body shot of the devil.
Yeah.
So
Noob is in the comments. He says he thinks it's going to be Jack Perry.
So here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
If it is Jack Perry, what are your feelings on that? Because I feel like it would be a little bit of a letdown, personally.
I wouldn't like it. No, I wouldn't like it.
What if we were worked the whole time on the CM Punk thing and it was CM Punk?
That's who I hope is.
ballistic.
I think it's least likely, but I would love to see that.
Dude,
It would be
that
the coolest
would be the
thing in
biggest.
wrestling.
There is way too many moving parts to be able to keep something that big a secret.
That would be impressive.
But let me ask you guys, okay? And I'm just playing devil's advocate here, and yes, pun is
Devil's
intended.
advocate.
See what you did there.
So I know that we all think it's unrealistic, but it would be cool as hell if it was CM Punk. Now, what about this kind of rumor / listing online where the Young Bucks are no longer listed as EVPs?
That was a technical error because I checked back and they're EVPs again.
Are they back to being EVPs again?
Yeah.
Okay, because I just seen it reported a couple hours ago that they weren't showing as EVPs, but if they're back, then that kind of negates my theory.
I checked a couple of days ago. Is it again? I can hop on my phone real quick and let's take a look.
I just saw an article about it.
Phone roulette here and find out.
Yeah, let Golden Graham find out here and be the deciding factor. But
it very well still could be MJF.
Yeah,
Ryan, but can you hum us a little tune while he does this?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Oh hell yeah!
Never gonna give you.
Hell yeah! Ryan Rich just put out a freaking banger, guys. Absolute banger.
It'll be out on SoundCloud tomorrow morning.
Golden Graham is still checking the results here,
Still
but yeah,
scrolling, guys. Give me a second.
To me,
Kenny
it made
Omega
sense
is there.
of if the Bucks weren't EVPs anymore, maybe that had something to do with Punk coming back into the fold. That's kind of a thought that I had in my head.
But I'm thinking that the whole thing was a ruse to begin with, all starting after All In.
I hope so. I don't think it's the case.
I don't
really
think it's
don't.
the case either.
But I
no.
really, really want
It
that to
is
be the
back
case.
on there that says they are executive vice presidents.
Okay. Well,
That would have been a real out of the box out there theory though. With the whole EVP thing, that would have been cool.
Well, the technical error just pissed in my cornflakes. I'm not happy about it.
I know who the devil is. It's Cody Rhodes.
Ooh.
See, that's the real story he's finishing. He's coming back to AEW.
That would be so funny. I would laugh so hard.
He's never going to finish a story in WWE. So
I never said the big one was WWE.
You know what suck if this character that was his gimmick. He's the devil. We never find out who he is. So he's like,
that would anger me so much.
I really hope it's not MJF.
I would rather it be Vince Russo than for that to happen.
Vince Russo would
Jesus
write
Lord.
something like that.
I'm just saying that. Like who? What was that one?
And he claims he's the actual devil from hell.
Hi, I'm
The real
Mephistopheles.
What if the devil's Jim Cornette with like the 4 guys he actually likes in AEW?
The 4 guys for the whole world.
So FTR.
It'd be FTR and like a couple others. Like he likes all the old Ring of Honor guys that were there when he was there, like Roddy Strong. Like he loves those guys. Adam Cole. Yeah, he loves those guys. So it'd be FTR, Adam Cole, and Roddy Strong.
Okay, so are we ready to do our get bells and whistles here?
Yeah, I think that covers the question segment here.
Before we do, we have a segment with the Kill City Cup, who sponsors the show. So without further ado, check out Kill City Cup.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup. I got the world by the ball.
Now, Teddy Hart's caused it so we cannot see the first Kill City Cup because he's so heavily involved in the first Kill City Cup that we may never get a release. So hopefully they just say, fuck it, who cares? Let's release it anyways.
They should go on and digitally edit it and just put like a teddy bear head on Teddy Hart.
You could, maybe they could ask Bret Hart if he could put his head on Teddy Hart's.
All right, gentlemen. We're going to do our usual spiel. Match of the night, segment of the night, bell count of the night. And I am going to start with Golden Graham.
Okay, so match of the night, I'm going to go with the opening tag match. BCC versus Hook and Orange Cassidy. My promo is Paige. His promo is my promo of the night. And honestly, like this, I don't know how to grade this because, like, this is fine, but like, this is your go home. Like this, I guess, like, I feel like a 3 because it's nothing bad, but I guess AEW has, for me, set this expectation of go home shows are usually pretty good. So I think I want to give it a 3.
Which segment did you do?
I gave Hangman Page his promo as my segment of the night.
Better than your boyfriend, international sex symbol, Lord Ryan Rich. What say you, pal?
My segment of the night is also Hangman Page and Swerve because steal his weed, steal his weed, steal his weed. That might end up being like a license plate of mine at some point. I'm not sure. But that's the segment of the night. I'm going to go with the street fight as the match of the night. I really enjoyed the opening match too. It's kind of a toss up between those two. But it's slight edge to the main event match there. And it's felt like a very average show to me, especially for a go home show. I'll still give it. I'd give it 3.5 bells.
Canada F and dry.
I'm giving my segment of the night to also because anything with Swerve and Prince Nana in it is gold.
Yeah,
and I absolutely love Prince Nana. Just he started dancing out of nowhere. I enjoyed that segment, and the match of the night is definitely a match sponsored by Sega. I've always wanted to say that, and now we can. That's sponsored by Sega. Sega.
What's your bell rating?
Yeah, bell rating.
And my bell rating is 3.73.
I think during the Sega match, we should have seen Sonic the Hedgehog come rolling down the ramp and bounce in the ring and jump off Brian Cage's head and like get all the rings that had formed above him. I think that would have been fun.
One thing we didn't mention about that match was Takeshita's outfit was really nice. Like I like what he was wearing.
Yeah, he looked good, definitely. And I loved his look, and I love that. Like I said, jumping off the Snapple machine, I love that. That was pretty cool. My match of the night, I'm going with the main event, the street fight. Absolutely loved it. Promo of the night, it's a clean sweep, baby. It's Swerve and Hangman. I mean, there's just nothing that compared to it on the card, in my opinion.
Hey, when you get 4 gentlemen that all wear boxer briefs, they're gonna have the same favorite segment.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We are all in sync here, guys. We're probably all wearing the same color boxer briefs. All right. Don't tell me the color, guys. Let's
don't ruin it. Let's skip
it.
You gotta leave a little bit to the imagination, even though this is after dark. Okay.
After dark, baby. Yeah. All right. And my overall bell rating, I do think for a go home show, this was a little bit lackluster for me, but I really enjoyed the show overall. I'm gonna give it an even 3 bells. So Golden Graham, our mathematician here.
Our average is 3.3075.
Okay.
I like it.
Not bad, not bad. Going into Full Gear, and I guess Aaron and I need to get together and figure out like what we're gonna do. Like, I guess Collision's gonna be on Friday this week, or something.
Yeah, do we want to do a Rampage Collision after dark?
I don't know though, because that's gonna end at like 11 or 12 at night.
11 o'clock.
That's up to you and Golden Graham there. I'm on the West Coast, so you guys got to be on board for that.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. If I'm still sick, I'm gonna have to tap out. I can't stay up that late.
well, we'll discuss it among ourselves, and we'll get it sorted out. So we don't know what the show is going to look like over the weekend, but Full Gear is going to be this weekend. I'm sure in some capacity we'll be discussing it. So, Canada Dry, did you want to do the closing ceremony here?
Well, first of all, we have to plug some merch.
Yeah. Go ahead and plug
as
some
you
merch.
know, we of course, if you want to sponsor us here on the All Effin' Wrestling, you can join the tier system here, and you could give 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks or whatever you want monthly, or you can just hit the super the tip button when you do a chat. You get a super thing. You can give a couple bucks doing that, or if you want to just give us a little bit of money, send it to our PayPal, bigshinymatrix@hotmail.com, and that'll go to many things that we use here at the All Effin' Wrestling. If you want to support us by buying a t-shirt, you can head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees /Effin' Wrestling, and you can see one of our many beautiful tees. You got the Hot Wheels shirt, you got the Sharpshooter Action shirt, you got the All Effin' Wrestling show shirt worn by the beautiful, the lovely Natalia Markova. And she's also wearing the original Effin' Wrestling Fingers shirt. And if you like old school wrestling, and we know you do, you can head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees /Adrian and you can, as he has been on an episode of Dark Side of the Ring, you can check him out there on the Vice TV as well. And on behalf of the Effin' Expert, on behalf of Better Than Your Boyfriend, Lord Ryan Rich, on behalf of your Effin' Golden Graham, and on behalf of Canada Dry, I just want to say, actually, who wants to do it? Does anyone else
I'm
want
too
to do
sick. I don't want to.
Ryan Rich.
In your deepest times of despair,
I'm feeling the chills already.
just know that all of us here in the All Effin' family, we're here for you. We care about your well-being, and we care about you as a person. And we know that struggles are going to come and they're going to go. But it doesn't matter, because it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you stand back up. So remember to just keep fighting.
This has been an Effin' Worldwide Media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Effin' Wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/Effin' Wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effinwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.
Hello, and welcome to Popsicle Weekly. What is your favorite popsicle, Golden Graham?
Red.
Oh, red is a lovely flavor. What is your favorite popsicle, Lord Ryan Rich?
Banana.
Ooh.